What has been the biggest factor in the Mariners' turnaround?
It's been a couple of things. It's been the pitching living up to what we thought it was going to be to start the year. The pitching has been phenomenal. And I'm talking about the bullpen and the starters, the rotation. Even on a day where George Kirby goes in, apparently had a sore arm going into the game, doesn't give you six, broke the quality start streak, but still shuts down the team, shuts them out, doesn't give up a run, walks one. So even on a day where your starter goes in a little limited physically, they still got a performance where they are limiting what the opposition is doing and in a big way. So to me, the biggest thing has been their pitching, just every start. You finally got an ace performance out of Luis Castillo. He was phenomenal in that game. So pitching, living up to what we all expected coming into the season, and then seeing the offense, slowly guys are starting to find it. Cal Raleigh has been hot. He's starting to find it. Our long national nightmare is over. Julio Rodriguez finally hit his first home run, 435 feet. He's got a 7-game hit streak. He went into the Red Series hitting 186. He's now hitting 278. So it tells you how hot he's been. In the 6 games prior to the last night, he had 13 hits in 6 games. Then he comes up with a home run in the 7th game. So you're starting to get those moments. Even J.P. Crawford, the 426-foot triple off the wall in Colorado. Guys are starting to find it offensively, coupled with the pitching being phenomenal, and that's why they're sitting where they are.
Speaking of the pitching, what do you think is Logan Gilbert's ceiling?
Man, he's a guy that at the beginning of the year we did a little exercise on the show before the season started and just talked about who do you think the all-stars on this team will be? And Julio was the obvious choice. And then I think I went with Mitch Haniger as my wild card. But my 2 pitchers were George Kirby and Logan Gilbert. I just think Logan Gilbert, watching him the last 2 years in spring training and watching the amount of effort that guy puts into getting better. And that's, everybody jokes about his big bag of contraptions and all of his little toys he has to, work on specifics of his mechanics. But that guy is out there before everybody. He's out there after everybody leaves. And you could just see he's got the stuff. He's got the physical tools, but it's his determination and his drive that makes me feel like this guy could be an ace on a staff. I don't know if he's going to, surpass Kirby and Castillo, but I think the gap, whatever gap you saw between Logan Gilbert and Castillo or Logan Gilbert and George Kirby has gone like this. I think you feel good about any of those 3. If you got one game you got to win, to me, I'm looking at all 3 of those guys going, take your pick. I feel confident with all 3 of them, and that's where he's at.
Do you think the Mariners' offense can maintain success?
I think they can, because you still have guys that are underperforming. I mean, especially some of the new guys. Polanco has not found it yet. In spurts, you've seen it. Garver has not found it yet. Rayleigh has not found it yet. So you are, and J.P. Crawford, we talked about him leading things off. So you still have guys who you're not even expecting them to take the next step. Just get to where you are on the back of your baseball card, and this offense is going to be night and day. So I expect that these guys are going to start to trend in the right direction. Some guys getting, acclimated to their new home, whatever the issue may be. But I really do think this offense can be decidedly more consistent than they've been in seasons past. Are they a great offense? No, I don't think they're great. I think they can be middling to good. I think they, if everybody's clicking, just in terms of what they've been historically in their career, this is a good offense. Not great, but it's good. And I think it can get better than what it currently is.
With a tough couple of series coming up, what do you need to see from this?
I just need to see consistency. Keep doing what you're doing. They're not going to win every game. They're going to be those games like we saw in Colorado where you felt like you should have won that extra inning game. They had it, I think they were 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. They left 10 on base. Those nights are going to happen. It's just baseball. It's frustrating. I'm with everybody. I'm watching on TV going, come on, what do you do? Oh, man. I'm going nuts, but that's just the nature of baseball. If they can just be what they've been, which is they played a lot cleaner defensively, that was huge. Getting that turned around. You still hiccups here and there. Polanco at second base, I've got some questions there. But ultimately, they've kind of shored up the defense. The pitching is gonna keep them in the thick of it, regardless of what happens with the offense. The offense, I've got more optimism about what they're capable of, but the way the pitching is turned around as far as the rotation, and even the bullpen, without Brash, without Santos, They've been able to hold this thing together in a really, really good way. I mean, they shut down the Rangers last night. They go 2 1/3. They give up 1 hit combined, 3 strikeouts against the Rangers offense. They're clicking right now. So, yeah, I think just be consistent. Just be. It doesn't mean you're winning every game. Just have to reemphasize that. But, yeah, just don't beat yourself. How about that?